Vance Russell to an open Cade McIntyre, and he gone.
My name is Vance.
My name's James.
And we are the Inside the Pocket podcast. Hello, my name is Vance.
And I am James.
And we are the Inside the Pocket podcast.
We are back, baby.
Yeah, season 2. We hope you guys are ready. We're really excited to be back. It's time to talk some NFL football.
Yeah, it's coming from our first season. I had high hopes, and all those high hopes, for me at least, have gone way downhill. It's been a rough start to the NFL season as a Miami Dolphins fan.
Yeah, the Bears. Hey, bear down.
Big win last night.
Big win last night, and we're gonna talk about that a little bit. It was a Monday night game against the Washington Commanders. We're gonna go into that a little bit later, but let's reel it back a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's look at this season as a whole in this past weekend. So, how do you think the season's been so far? Who's your Super Bowl favorite?
Dude, honestly, there's not really a true Super Bowl favorite in my opinion this year, which I really like, because a few weeks ago Buffalo and Philly were the top favorites, and look, they both lose 2 in a row.
Yep.
The Eagles lose to the Giants, the Jackson Dart Giants. They don't just lose; they get
demolished.
Smoked by them.
34-17.
I know. Cam Scatterby on my fantasy though, he really stepped up for me. That was a big time performance.
Say Cam Scatterby got that dog in him. He goes, that guy's a dog, bro. He is good.
Yeah, but right now for my Super Bowl favorite, and they proved it this weekend, I love the Tampa Bay Buccaneers right now.
The Bucs, baby.
Buccaneers are playing the best football out of anyone in the league, and Baker Mayfield is my MVP this year so far. He is a dog.
I think Baker's probably going to win MVP for sure. I mean, just the way he's been playing overall, you can't beat it, bro.
I know.
He's so good.
And he has that fight, that dog, the explosiveness, the energy to his teammates. I don't think you can ask for a better teammate and leader to be leading your team.
You really can't.
5-1 right now. They're looking really good.
Yeah, I mean, Emeka Egbuka, dude, dog.
I know.
He's a dog.
He suffered an injury this past game, but he'll bounce back. They're getting Mike Evans back soon. I don't see any reason why they will slow down.
Honestly, one of the most talented receiving corps in the NFL right now, for sure. I mean, you have Emeka, you have Chris Godwin, and you have Mike Evans.
I know. And Tej Johnson from Oregon, he just got his first touchdown this weekend, and it was a good-ass catch.
Yeah, dude, he's a dog, bro. And I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are only up from here. You know, obviously Bucky's down with an injury right now, but when Bucky comes back, that run game's gonna...
Hey, Rachaad White is like filling his role though good right now. He's scored a few times. He's doing his job.
I mean, that's how Rachaad White was last season. Like, Rachaad White was the designated starter up until like the second half of the season.
Yeah. When
he had like a slight injury, and then Bucky stepped in, went crazy.
I know.
Went absolutely nuts. So
and the crazy thing is, with speaking of other 5-1 teams, the only other 5-1 team right now is the Indianapolis Colts.
Dude.
The Daniel Jones Indianapolis Colts. Who would have thought they would be on top of the AFC? Daniel Jones playing like an MVP.
Yep.
Obviously, Jonathan Taylor, he's a dog. He's always going to play well. But this team is 5-1, and they're looking really good.
This just goes to show you, bro. You put the right quarterback in the right system, they're going to play good. And everybody's like, oh, it's probably just some like princess games and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, like for example, as a Dolphins fan, they played us week 1, and what do you expect? They destroyed us. But then they played the Broncos week 2, like one of the best defenses in the league. They win that game.
Yeah.
And smoke the Titans. They barely lose to the Rams, who are one of the top teams in the NFC.
Yep.
And they're just, right now, they're capitalizing on their schedule. Like, they played the Raiders, smoked them.
Yep.
Got away from the Cardinals. But next week, they got a challenge in the Chargers and going to face Justin Herbert. So that's a real good test for that football team.
Justin Herbert's been playing good this season, man.
Yeah.
I'm honestly really impressed by his play. But, I mean, that's how he starts every season off, like, really hot, and then they fall off.
Yeah, that game to the Giants, that was obviously a big heartbreaker for them. And then losing again last week until they almost lost to my Finns until Justin Herbert pulled a magic trick on that final drive. Broke off a sack. Ladd McConkey absolutely clowns the our nobody defender, and he takes it for like 50 yards to set the game-winning field goal.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. Dolphins look rough this year. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And 4 of our losses have come from the final minutes of the football game. I'll explain it once again. That our first loss was the Colts in a terrible game. The Dolphins, though, in the second game, Tua had 2 opportunities to lead our team down the field. And he threw an interception the first time, and when it was a field goal game. And then the Patriots got a field goal, so it was a 6-point game after. And then Tua led us to like the 30-yard line. It was Devon Achane stepped out of bounds. He actually should have scored, but he stepped out of bounds. It was just a dumb pass. And then once I saw it, I was like, Tua's not going to lead us. And then, of course, he gets sacked on 4th down. Next, short week to Buffalo. We play actually a solid game. We're on the 20-yard line. Tua throws a stupid interception. We're beat the Jets week 4. Week 5, choke a 17-point lead to the Carolina Panthers of all teams. Not the
Panthers, bro.
They just had a good win against the Cowboys, but that is still unacceptable for an organization. And then, obviously, the choke to the Chargers once again. I don't know what else Stephen Ross, our owner, can do to say we need a change. We need to fire McDaniel. We need to fire Chris Greer right now.
Yeah.
Time to move on from Tua, and we need a whole ass rebuild. It's not looking good right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a rough season. Let's take a step into week 6. So, week 6 of the NFL just happened. Today is currently October 14th, so it's Tuesday, just after the Monday night games. And we have obviously the Giants beating the Eagles. Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
As they're calling Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterby, they're calling them the creatine crackers, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So.
They looked real good. And
they looked really good.
Jackson Dart saving Brian Daboll's job. If you saw the clip, he went to the Blue Medical tent when he was hurting. He was like, dude, I need you out there. Like, hurry up. It just shows that how much he is relying on his rookie quarterback to stay relevant with his team right now.
Yeah, and then the next game that they had was the Broncos versus the Jets.
One of the worst games I've ever seen in my life.
Absolute shitstorm of a game. It reminded me of the Super Bowl between the Rams and the Patriots, where it was like 12-3 or some shit.
Justin Fields, one of the worst quarterback performances I've ever seen. 9 for 17. 45 yards. It was really scared to throw the ball. Didn't want to throw a pick.
Yep.
Had 9 sacks.
9 sacks, bro.
9 sacks.
So maybe it was a good idea that the Bears moved on from Justin Fields.
Yes.
Because I remember talking about this last year where I was like kind of on the fence about it before the season. Then we drafted him and I'm like, okay,
it's
this is our guy.
He's showing now that he needs a lot more development to be successful because
100%.
Right now they need to start Tyrod Taylor, in my opinion.
Aaron Glenn's coaching job is already on the line, and he's only been there for 6
Did you see the 2-minute drill in the first half when they got a fake punt?
Yeah.
And they didn't do jack shit after.
No.
It just makes zero sense why that call was made and why you're even trying in the football game at that point. Just terrible coaching.
Horrible.
And just defines the Jets as a team this season and obviously in the past century.
Well, the issue that they're going to run into is we're coming up to the trade deadline. They're going to offload so many players and try and tank now because, I mean, there's no saving this season where they're at. So you're going to see guys like Breece Hall get traded. You're going to see guys like Garrett Wilson be on the trade block.
He just got a fresh contract from them, too. So they need to find a right team that suits their contract because Garrett Wilson I feel bad for him. He's a dog. He gets the job done.
He's a solid-ass receiver, and I think if he's on the right team, he's going to play a lot better. Like, dude, could you imagine Garrett Wilson on the Indianapolis Colts right now?
Oh, my God. Daniel Jones would.
Oh, my gosh.
It'll be like Sam Darnold to Justin Jefferson, in my opinion, last year.
Exactly.
And speaking of Sam Darnold, he leads the Seahawks to a victory against Jacksonville in Jacksonville. And my favorite play from that game was his bomb to JSN.
Dude,
I think
what
their
a play.
their connection is slowly evolving into the best connection or wide receiver quarterback connection in the NFL this season for sure.
I honestly thought that Sam Darnold was going to have like a degradation season, like he wasn't going to play as good as he did last year. He's playing solid, bro. He's playing good football.
He's living up to how he played last year, and he definitely deserves that contract over Geno Smith, bringing back Geno, because Geno has had a rough season. Obviously, they beat the Titans this week 20-10. It still was not the best performance by Geno. He threw another interception, which is...
Dude, he's up to like 9 on the season.
I know, turnover machine, but...
Yeah. He threw 3 to the Bears.
I know, it's 2 to Kevin Byard. I remember that.
Hey, all I'm going to say is the Bears defense this season, we have at least 3 turnovers in every single game that we've played.
I know.
Which is super solid. Dennis Allen is creating a masterpiece, especially with, like up until this last week that we just played, we had Jalen Johnson out, we had TJ Edwards out, and we had Kyler Gordon out. So we have our 2 best corners and our best linebacker all out of the game, and Grady Jarrett. Grady Jarrett was also out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, and we still found a way to beat the Raiders. Like, that's insane.
Crazy.
Yeah. But
crazy
let's move on to the next game. Obviously, Chargers-Dolphins.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So, in my opinion, I don't think the Dolphins should have even made it this close. It was 26-13 in the fourth quarter, and then the Chargers started pulling a charger and gave up a Devon Achane touchdown, and then Darren Waller wide open in the back of the end zone, 46 seconds. I thought
Darren Waller revenge season.
I know. Once you get a tight end on the Dolphins, Tua is gonna throw you the football.
Yeah.
Because without Tyree, he is our number 1 target.
Yeah.
Over Jalen Waddle. Actually, no, number 1, number 2. Number 1 is Devon Achane in the backfield.
Yep.
And then with 40 seconds, the Dolphins still cannot hold on and lose to the Chargers off a last-second field goal by Cameron Dicker. Dicker the kicker once again.
Big Dicker.
Yeah, and not as a Dolphins fan, but that was a much-needed win for the Chargers, especially after losing 2 in a row. And if you lose to a team like Miami right now, like you're down from, you will go from 3-0 to 3-3, and that's gonna really hurt your season. Be like, we should have won these games easily. This is like unacceptable. But the Chargers got it done. They needed it for sure.
Yeah. All right, let's take a step in. Let's talk about the Ravens, bro. Maybe one of the biggest fall-offs of this NFL season is the Ravens.
Yeah.
Obviously, Lamar hurt. 90% of their defense is out. Receivers are playing like shit. Derrick Henry's not having a good season. Like, what can you do, bro?
I know.
They were Super Bowl favorites going into the season.
I know. Derrick Henry really relies on Lamar being in the lineup because he started off the season really well in Buffalo.
Yep.
He didn't perform well against Cleveland, but their defense is really good. Yep. And then he scored in the Lions game. He wasn't that bad, but he's been having fumble issues. But ever since KC in week 4, he's not been putting up numbers at all. And then that's when Jackson went down. And the game, not this week, but last week when the Ravens played the Texans, they looked like even worse than the Jets on offense, in my opinion. They looked abysmal, and it showed once again this week. Cooper Rush threw for 11 for 19, 72 yards and a pick, and they brought in Tyler Huntley, who only threw for 68 yards. Derrick Henry, he had a solid game. He had 122 yards.
Oh, okay.
So he didn't have a bad game. It was just the quarterback production. They just can't get anything going when Lamar's not in.
Yeah, I think, dude, I'm going to be honest, bro. I feel like this season may be the worst season that we've seen from NFL starters, like running back wise. Because, bro, think about it. Saquon's not playing good. Chuba's not playing good. A bunch of people go down with injuries this year. Like, dude, the injuries are insane this season.
And speaking of Chuba, I don't think he's getting his job back.
No, Rico's playing crazy.
Yeah, and speaking of Rico Dowdle and the Panthers, they upset the Dallas Cowboys, and the Panthers are 3-3. They've lost all their road games, but hey, they won all their home games. They're at 300 right now. Bryce Young, he threw for 3 touchdowns. Dak on the other side, he threw for another 3 touchdowns. But the big story with the Panthers is back-to-back 200-yard scrimmage games from Rico Dowdle.
Yep.
Absolutely crazy how he was doing it. 183 yards rushing, had 56 through the air. Just unbelievable story of Rico Dowdle.
Yeah, he's really stepping up, and I mean, it's the next man up mentality. I remember playing college football, and if somebody got injured, bro, practice wouldn't even stop, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They wheel you off the field on a stretcher, they pull in the next guy, and it's next man up, and that's exactly how the NFL goes. And Rico is taking advantage of this. Like, he's a young guy, he's fast, he can run the ball really well, he can catch the ball, bro. He's solid. He's playing at an all-pro level right now.
I know, and
100%.
even if Chuba like takes his role back, it's not gonna be the same role.
No,
obviously, and even if they want to keep playing Chuba when he comes back, Rico Dowdle's gonna get eyes from other teams. Like, people are gonna want him now. From
Bears are gonna try and trade for him. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a crazy game. Taking a step back a little bit, we're gonna go Colts and Cardinals game. Obviously, it was a solid game, high scoring, 31-27. Colts come out on top. Danny Dimes, or Indiana Jones is another. That's what they're calling him, I guess.
It's a great nickname.
Yeah, he's not exactly happy with the nickname, but honestly, I think it's pretty fire.
I would love that nickname if I was with Jones in Indianapolis. It makes perfect sense.
It does. Indy Jones, baby. So yeah, they played good. Not really much to say about. We can't talk shit on the Colts like we did last season, bro.
No,
like they're good now.
They're still winning. Jonathan Taylor, once again, over 100 yards at the game-winning touchdown. On the Cardinals side, Kyler Murray was hurt. Jacoby Brissett played. He didn't play bad at all. Threw for 320 yards. Yeah. Stepped into the role really well. Had a good chance for his team to win. Just Jonathan Taylor and the Colts, they do it again.
Yeah, man.
And going into the next game, the Patriots and Saints. Patriots on top of the AFC East now.
Yep.
Big shocker since Buffalo has dropped the last two. Drake May is playing like a top 10 quarterback this year.
Yep, he is.
And they got a good-looking schedule for the coming weeks. I can definitely see them running away, building those wins up.
Hey, is it a Kayshon Boutte revenge tour right now? The dude's playing crazy, man.
I think so.
He's playing really good, and I think if the Patriots, I mean, obviously they played the Saints, so it's like, they're good, but, I think if they keep on playing the way that they are, they're going to get an early spot in the playoffs, for sure.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
Yeah, and I know my boy Hunter back at home is absolutely loving how the Patriots are playing right now. Keeps on texting me. He's like, dude, Patriots are going to the bowl. Patriots are going to the bowl.
I don't know about that, but hey, I can definitely see him being in the playoffs, maybe possibly getting a playoff win. I just don't see him, even being like Kansas City right now, just because their lack of playoff experience as a team.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't made the playoffs since Tom was there.
Yeah,
so.
2019.
Yeah. So it's going to be a little bit rough. We're going to move into the Steelers versus Browns. I think everybody saw this coming. The Browns suck. They scored 3 field goals. Dookie.
And Chris Boswell, once again, has 3 field goals as well. I've never seen Chris Boswell miss a kick in my life.
Dude, Chris Boz, I think he's going to go into the Hall of Fame for one of the best kickers. Like, he's just been around forever, and he's consistent.
He did miss a kick in the game this time, but it wasn't his fault at all. If you didn't see, the field conditions at Pittsburgh was terrible. They were literally rechanging the field right now, so it's better because you can see on the clip like the huge hole that is imprinted into the grass. Like, it was bad.
Yeah, it's all that rain in Pittsburgh, man. Living out there, it rains like every day. So that grass is just like waterlogged. They're playing on absolutely shit grass. Not as bad as MetLife, but
And that turf.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Raiders versus Titans. Raiders win 20, Titans 10. Titans end up firing their head coach this morning. So.
I think that was needed. They just don't look competitive at all. Like, they should be 0-6 right now. I don't care about that comeback. It should have never happened if the Cardinals weren't fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But, hey, that's the NFL for you right there.
Yep, it is, man. And, I think the Titans are having a rough time right now. I don't know if Cam Ward is him. I'm going to be honest.
It's really hard to distinguish that the first 6 games, obviously, as a rookie. Yeah. He's had a lot of receiver issues around him. I know his team is not the best around him, but also as a quarterback, he's still got to step up and make plays when he needs to. So I hope Cam Ward can, continue to improve over the season.
Yeah, I mean, he's young. He's got time. Obviously, 49ers versus Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield, as we talked about him a little bit earlier, MVP season. Like, he's playing like crazy. Baker for MVP. 30-19 against the 49ers. The 49ers are solid this year. You know, they're not bad. Mac Jones is playing solid. He's playing good football.
He threw 2 interceptions. Yeah, those were not very costly, but threw for 347. He's trying to do his best to give his team a chance to win, and it was a good showing. But I just think the Bucs are a better team.
Dude, let's talk a little bit about the Packers. What happened to Micah Parsons? I have not
heard anything.
I haven't either. It's like he fell off as soon as he came to the. I mean, you have Rashawn Gary on the line as well. Yeah, and he's a dog. Like, he's good, but. The mix of those two, they should be causing way more havoc than they are. Like, they had a close game against the Bengals, and the Bengals suck.
I know.
They're horrible.
It was 24-18 at one point. Obviously, the Packers got a last-minute insurance field goal. Yeah. But, I mean, it's Packers, I think, should have easily gone away with this game. They had Jordan Love threw an interception in the red zone the first quarter, just simple mistakes from them.
Ever since that thumb injury, it seems like Jordan Love just has not been playing as well.
No, I don't think so either.
So, yeah. Chiefs versus Lions. Lions got absolutely demolished.
Oh, my. And that fight at the end of the game.
Oh, that was crazy.
Brian Branch got a 1-game suspension out of it. And, if you don't have that much fight in you during the game and you only show it after the game, I think that deserves a suspension. And
it's a character issue right there, bro, because you can't be doing that. You show your play and you show your competitiveness on the field. Mm-hmm. When you take it to the end of the game and you punch Juju in the face when he's trying to dap you up, like, bro, that's some child shit. That's some high school stuff. Like, you're a pro. You're in the league, and you need to show that you're in the league. Be mature. It's kind of disappointing for the Detroit Lions. And don't get me wrong, they're a great team, but you can't have character issues like that and expect to win. Like, everybody's got to work together. I think Dan Campbell's really good about bringing his team together, but I think having him out for a game is going to make him realize that, I messed up. Like, I shouldn't have done that. And I think Juju deserves an apology because he got clocked in the face. He was bleeding from his face. Like,
I know. It looked like he went 10 rounds in the ring.
I know, dude. It looks like he was going against Shama. But, it was a good game. It was exciting to watch. Obviously, the Chiefs are kind of back. They got Rashee Rice back. They got Hollywood Brown. They have Xavier Worthy, who's on my fantasy team. Play better, please.
But hey, their Chiefs are back. They're 300. They can start racking up wins and look like the Chiefs of old. They play the Raiders this week, so they got a good opportunity to get going, go back to their Chief way.
Yep. Crazy upset this week. Bills versus Falcons.
That second half was very slow, but that first half by the Falcons was incredible. Yeah. They played so well on offense. I loved how Penix played. Obviously, he had a few missed throws in the second half, but if Drake London did not step out at the 1-yard line on that last second play, that was a really good play, but just unfortunate that he stepped out of bounds there. But
Drake London had a crazy game. 10 receptions, 158 yards, and a touchdown, averaging 15.8 yards per reception.
And you know who had a crazier game? Bijan. Over 200 yards from scrimmage, his best career game. Yep. Of course, I played against him in fantasy, and that lost me the game. So, is what it is, but you just got to keep feeding him. And one thing I'm noticing in this stat chart, Drake London is the only wide receiver who got a catch with Penix.
Yeah, all the rest were running backs and tight ends.
I know. Kyle Pitts only got 3. Bijan got 6. And then Tyler Algier just got 1. But
where's Darnell Mooney at, bro? Bears legend right there.
And speaking of the Chicago Bears, they get a last-second win against the Commanders, avenging themselves from that Hail Mary last year. And they win off the final seconds rather than losing in heartbreak in the final seconds. So it's a good bounce back for the Bears for sure.
Let me just talk about it. So, obviously the Bears, somewhat of a rough start to the season, losing to the Vikings in the fourth quarter. Kind of sold the game. We're still working out some kinks. And I think that Ben Johnson, did you see the locker room celebration after that game?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that team is so with Ben Johnson. Like, he's creating what Dan Campbell created in Detroit. Like, he's bringing that team mentality, and they're all behind this coach.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is going to be really important for this team leading deeper inside the season. They want to go on a run, and I think Caleb Williams is our guy. He's playing good this season.
Yeah.
Like, I think he has 1 interception on the season right now, which is amazing.
I know he had turnover issues last year, and it's good that he's reassuring those and making sure he's protecting the ball.
He had more fumble issues. Like, last season, I think he only had, 7 or 8 interceptions, which is not bad in the NFL. Obviously, Geno has that shit in the first, 6 weeks. So I think Caleb is going to play good. I hope he breaks the 4,000-yard passing mark because
the Bears need
it.
one.
We need
the
it,
Bears
bro.
need one.
Only team in the NFL without a 4,000-yard passer, but I think Caleb Williams can be that guy. Obviously, some injuries. DJ Moore ended up at the hospital overnight. He got out today. There hasn't really been an update on the injury or what occurred. He played the full game, though. I know he went down with a slight ankle injury. Came right back in the game, had some downfield blocking for DeAndre Swift, who had a beautiful game.
Beautiful. I love that touchdown. He was on my bench, but hey, it might make me want to start him next week because he had his best game of this season, and it really showed.
We kind of moved away from that I formation running, and they're doing more of a zone run now, which I really like because DeAndre Swift is great in zone run, and we have some solid ass guards. Mm-hmm. Pull those guards, do some zone, do some power. Get DeAndre Swift on the edge, and he's going to play good. Dude, he was averaging 7.7 yards per carry, I think.
He was.
So he's playing amazing. And, this is what we needed. Ben Johnson kind of talked about it leading up to the bye week because we were on bye last week. He's like, we're going to work on our run game. We're going to come back. Run game's going to be solid. I think the Bears really4showed that the run game is good. It's going to get better, and it's only up from here. Especially with the linemen that we have. Darnell Wright has a slight elbow injury. Ozzie Trapillo, for some reason, is not a starter on our team, even though he's a second-round pick. We're starting some guy that was on our practice squad last year at left tackle. Why not throw Ozzie over there?
Yeah, why not?
But, I think we're playing good. Joe Thuney's playing good. Our center's playing good. Drew Dahlman's Timothy. He's one hell of a pickup for the Bears right there. I remember talking about it in free agency last year, how excited I was for that.
Yeah.
So hopefully we're gonna make some moves for a cornerback or something like that because Jalen's probably out for the season.
Sucks.
Which really does suck because he's coming off of an all-pro year.
Yeah. Absolutely
amazing. But our safeties are playing great, bro. Jaquan Brisker and Kevin Byard killing it.
Yeah.
Linebackers were playing really good. TJ Edwards and Tremaine Edmonds playing solid. And last week, we had Noah Sewell was our starter leading up into this week because TJ went down with a pec injury. So I think Noah Sewell is playing solid, and I just can't wait to see where this team goes. I'd love for our run defense to be a little bit better.
Yeah.
But we kind of saw that with the Raiders when Ashton kind of just popped off. So
crazy. And the Bears schedule, it favors them. They got the Saints next week, as previously mentioned, but then they got the Ravens after, who are very underperforming, and the Bengals. So those are games that are winnable.
Yeah, we could be 6-2 by the end of, going into week 10.
I know.
So
y'all need to stack up the wins because the later in the season you have to go to Philly, obviously. Play Green Bay twice.
Yep.
Lions again, Niners. Yeah. So you want to make sure you have wins stacked up so you can build off those wins and into the tougher games.
I think if we can go on a run here, I think our playoff chance is pretty good.
Yeah.
Because the NFC is good right now, but it's not as good as it was last season. Last season's NFC was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think 3 of the 4 teams were undefeated through the first 4 weeks, which is crazy.
Yeah.
This year, obviously,
there's 0 undefeated teams now.
Yeah, no undefeated teams in the NFL. Sorry, no perfect season for the Dolphins again. But I think that the Bears are going to kind of once we get our left foot in front of our right foot and just start walking, we're going to be good.
Yeah, I agree. It's obviously not going to be an easy road because the teams in the wild card spots right now are the Lions, Seahawks, and Rams, who are all really good teams. So they're going to have to beat out one of those teams to get in for sure.
Yep. So I think our best chance will probably be the Seattle Seahawks. I think that would be our best chance to get in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Let's do something a little bit different here. Give me some fantasy sleepers for this week. Who do you got?
Fantasy sleepers.
Yeah, dude. Give me some players, bro. Who do you think's gonna perform this week? Looking at the schedule, for me personally, I think some big ones. I think you're gonna see DK play really well this week.
I have in my fantasy lineup.
I do as well. So hopefully DK kind of pops off. I think Travis Etienne against the Rams defensive line could be pretty good.
I think so too. He's had
they're
2 off games.
Yeah.
And I need him for my league this week.
I do as well.
Sure.
So like the Rams have really good edges, but the center of their line's slightly weak. So I think if you give Travis Etienne the ball on like some ISO, just right up the middle, bro.
Exactly, and that's what Derrick Henry did last week. Obviously, he's one of the best running backs of all time, but he ran for 122 yards on that Rams defense last week.
Yeah. So who are some players that you think could have a big week? I'm thinking Baker. Baker's gonna have a big week.
You know who could have a big week this week? Devontae Adams, though, because Puka, obviously his question is up in the air, and who knows even if he does play, if he has a significant role, because Devontae, he right now is projected for almost 20 points this week. Yeah.
Damn.
He's projected 1975.
Maybe we could see Tutu come in as well, get some good catches. Tutu
I know
Atwell's
he had a near 90-yard touchdown that win against the Colts. Like I feel like they should be giving him the ball a lot too.
No, 100%, dude. Tutu Atwell has that speed, and I think when you get the ball to him in the right spot, he's gonna play very well.
Yeah, I expect another big game from Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, so it'll be good. I think some more fantasy sleepers. I think that obviously Rico Dowdle, not really a sleeper. He's just going to play hella good. So start him if you have him. I think Saquon could play good in this next game. He's kind of had a disappointing season up until this point.
Yeah.
Which, it sucks. But
it happens, though. Not everyone's going to be a great pick, unfortunately.
Yeah. Which is okay. I think DK is going to play good. Josh Downs recently. Popping off.
I know. Daniel Jones is, throwing the ball.
Tossing it up, man.
Tyler Warren,
yeah.
He's been
That's
really
a sleeper.
Good.
I think Xavier Worthy could kind of pop this week. I think he's going to have a boom week. I think he's going to play pretty good. I hope so.
I hope not. Play against.
Yeah. I don't know. I think other than that, I think this season's going well so far. I don't think it's what we expected whatsoever looking back on last year.
Mm-hmm.
Looking back at predictions of where we thought our teams were going to be at, I don't think that I think I'm relatively close where the Bears were at, but the Dolphins obviously.
No, yeah, I thought they would capitalize on a lighter schedule at the beginning of the season, but if they can't do that, they're in big trouble, and I'm kind of glad it's showing so we can finally get some change and probably start a rebuild next year.
100%. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Well, that is going to be it for this week's quick pack. I almost said quick pack recap for this week's Inside the Pocket podcast. This is season 2, so we're gonna get back into it, guys. We've had some busy schedules working.
That's right.
It's been kind of rough for us, but we're excited to get back and talk some football, talk some shit about some teams.
Yeah.
Especially the Dolphins.
Oh, yeah. I can't let the shit on them for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
So we'll see where we go from here.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm happy to be back with James talking about football. So,
of course.
We hope you guys enjoyed. My name is Vance.
I'm James.
And we are the Inside the Pocket podcast. Thank you for listening.
Sir.